Hello, 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 and welcome to another re-gig. What happened? What happened? I got older, that's what happened. So we continue through the journey, through my gigography, I suppose, gigography. And this one I saw on the December the 5th, 1993 at the Royal Albert Hall, and I saw David Sylvian. Didn't see anyone else, just David Sylvian and his band, which consisted of Pat Maslow on drums and that's interesting. Pat Maslow on drums, Trey Gunn playing I think it was the stick in those days, Michael Brook on guitar. Very good. There may have been another guitarist, but he was in the shadows, didn't really play anything. This was to support an album called The First Day, which was an interesting. It could have been something else. I got to talk in vague terms because people are stupid. So yeah, it was my first time at the Royal Albert Hall, which was interesting, and we had seats right at the top. And in those days, you bought tickets. You couldn't plan where you could sit, so you bought your tickets and you got your seat, and that was it. But they were relatively inexpensive, not compared to concert tickets today. But the real eye-opener for me was the support act, which was Michael Brook. Now at that time, I think Cobalt Blue was out, and there was a lot written about it. I was a bit like, oh yeah, because I'd read good things, and I was a little bit, what's the word? Dismissive of it. I was like, oh yeah, I can't. And I was like that. Oh, Michael Brook. He can't be any good. I was like that. I'm putting it on. I don't know if I really was like that, but I know that seeing him perform made me a lifelong fan, because seeing a guitarist on stage doing all this stuff with a multitude of, well, I guess it would have been loopers. I was ignorant to what the technology was, but to see him play and do his thing with just seemingly a guitar and a flight case full of gizmos was a real eye-opener. I'd not seen anything like that before, and it was like, yeah, now I've got to buy a Cobalt Blue. I've got to, I'm in now. And that was kind of my start with the idea of looping. It's like it all started from that gig and that moment. And so for me, that's really the real highlight of the concert, was actually the support. It was very rare, very, very rare moments where the support is better than the main act. Certainly a better guitarist than the main guitarist. Oh, I'm so vicious. But yeah, the rest of the gig was supporting The First Day, and you also had it peppered with David Sylvian's solo material, and there was a song off an album. It began with an E and had an X and had a P and an O and an S and a U and an R and an E in it, which was a big thrill. I liked that a lot. I thought it was good. So yeah, it was a very interesting gig, and this was a time before that other band had revived itself. So and I was at my height of being a fan of that band, because of it's so hard to talk when you're not allowed to talk about it. Oh, bing bong, somebody out there loves me. So yeah, it was a very interesting concert. See, I've talked about it. I think I've navigated my way through the I think I've done it. Declan, have I succeeded? I don't know. It just all seems so daft to me when I haven't done anything wrong. Done nothing wrong. But there you go. So yeah, seeing David Sylvian at the Royal Albert Hall on December the 5th, 1993 was a real good point. But it was actually, like I say, seeing Michael Brook, it was a real moment for me. And it was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to do that. And really, that's what I've been trying to do all these years with the bits of guitar that I do. Not as multi-layered and but bit more of like guitar as a looping instrument in my own limited way. So yeah, that's that. It was a good evening. It was a good evening. I enjoyed it. Now, I don't know what the next one up is. That should be fun. Let's see. Oh no, how am I going to talk about that concert? Well, you'll have to find out next week, won't you? There's only one more thing left to say. That is, ta-da.